Now, I just want to show you a few of those charts, and I want to thank General Fruin for these. We are updating. Now, if you can go back to the first one, please, you can see there. These are we'll be upgrading again from Monday, the information packs that are going out, and you'll see this every day, very similar to what you're already seeing. So you can see we're just shy of 15 million when it comes to the overall number of doses delivered around Australia, 46.7% on first dose, and you can see it right there. 1 in 4 Australians now having been fully dosed for the vaccines. Next one, thanks. And you can see how it's really ramped up. This just looks at the last 7 days. And you can see in the last 7 days, 1.34 million doses delivered in the past week. And what I really want to notice here, and we want to thank those particularly in the primary care network, where you can see that those doses, which is the light blue line there, you can see how the light blue line has really escalated in those last few weeks as we've been taking the vaccination program forward. So thank you, GPs, thank you, pharmacists, thank you, Australians, going in and supporting that effort. I said in question time this week, we've got pharmacists now running 24-hour operations to be able to be making those vaccinations available to shift workers, and particularly those in the construction industry in New South Wales, which are subject to those new requirements in order to keep working in New South Wales. You can see there the state clinics also increasing, but it really has been the GPs through the primary care network that has been carrying those large increases across the country. Next slide, thanks. When you look around the country, and this is what really matters, because for the national plan for us to move to 70%, the whole country needs to get to that 70% mark, and then each and every state needs to move into that. And as you can see, Tasmania is really leading the charge. They are now at 52.5% on their first vaccines, and they're over 30% now in Tasmania in double-dosed full vaccinations in that state. New South Wales, on today's figures, 50% on that first dose, which is a great result for New South Wales. And I want to thank everyone, particularly across Greater Sydney, in those lockdown areas, who've been turning out, not just to get tested, but to go and get vaccinated. Victoria also has been performing well. They're just shy of 25% on second dose vaccinations, but they have been having a very strong performance in their state-based clinics, and particularly when it comes to the administration of the AstraZeneca vaccine through those state-based clinics in Victoria. So right across the country, you're seeing those results. For over 50s, we now have 70% who have achieved those first doses, and over 80% now for people aged over 70. On double-dose vaccinations, more than half of those aged over 70 in Australia, more than half of those aged over 70 have received both doses of the vaccine. Now, that's particularly most important for our most vulnerable Australians. Thank you. Next slide. This is a chart you'll be familiar with, which shows the age pyramid across New South Wales. This is providing every single day for all states and territories, and you'll continue to see that. I've already talked about the New South Wales results. And the next slide, please. We'll also be providing that information on last 7 days, and you can see the overall vaccination cube sitting in the top right-hand corner. And again, you can see here in New South Wales, particularly these light blue bars, which are showing the great turnout of GPs and pharmacists in the vaccination program. Thanks very much.